Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English Easily. I'm John.
And I'm Lisa. So happy you're here with us today.
Lisa, can I start with something?
Sure, go ahead.
I want to describe a feeling. Tell me if this sounds familiar.
Okay.
You understand English. You watch English videos, you listen to English podcasts, you read English articles. But the moment someone asks you to speak,
Your brain just stops.
completely stops.
Oh, I know this feeling personally, John. I remember sitting in class. The teacher asked me a simple question in English, and I knew the answer. I knew it in my head, but my mouth just, nothing came out.
And that's the thing. It's not a vocabulary problem. It's not a listening problem.
So what is it?
It's a speaking problem, a very specific kind of problem. And today, we are going to explain exactly why it happens and give you 3 clear steps to fix it.
If this is you, you are in the right place. Stay with us.
Let's get into it.
Okay, John, so why does this happen? Why can someone understand English perfectly but still freeze when they try to speak?
Great question. And there are 3 clear reasons.
3 reasons. Okay, what's the first one?
Reason 1, most learners practiced receiving English, but never practiced producing it.
What's the difference?
Receiving means listening, reading, understanding. Producing means actually speaking, making sentences with your mouth.
Okay, so like you can receive information but struggle to produce it.
Exactly. Think about school. In English class, what did you do?
Honestly, grammar exercises, reading passages, maybe some listening activities.
Right, but did the teacher say, everyone speak for 2 minutes about your weekend, every single day?
No, definitely not.
So the brain got very good at understanding English, but the mouth never got practice producing it.
Oh, that makes so much sense. It's like you can watch someone ride a bicycle for years. You understand how it works, but the first time you get on,
You fall.
you fall. Because watching and doing are completely different things.
Exactly. Speaking is a physical skill, and skills need practice, not just study.
Okay, I love that. What's reason 2?
Reason 2, the translation trap.
The translation trap? What is that?
So here is what happens in many learners' heads. Someone speaks English to you. Step 1, you translate it into your own language. Step 2, you think of the answer in your own language. Step 3, you translate that answer back into English. Step 4, you speak.
Wait, that's 4 steps just to answer one question?
4 steps, every single time.
No wonder it feels exhausting.
And it takes too long. By the time you finish all 4 steps, the conversation has already moved on.
Oh, this was totally me. Someone would ask something simple, like, what did you have for lunch? And I'm in my head going, okay, lunch, how do I say that word in English? And the other person is just standing there waiting.
And then the silence becomes more stressful than the question.
Exactly, and then you panic even more.
Right. So the translation trap slows you down, and it makes speaking feel like hard work every time.
Okay, and reason 3?
Reason 3, fear of mistakes.
Oh, the big one.
The biggest one. Learners want to sound perfect before they speak. They don't want to say the wrong word. They don't want people to laugh. They don't want to sound stupid.
So they just stay quiet.
And silence never builds fluency.
Never. Can I share something here?
Please.
When I started speaking English more, I made so many mistakes. I said the wrong tense, I used the wrong preposition, sometimes I used a completely wrong word. But you know what happened?
What?
People still understood me, and they appreciated that I was trying. Nobody laughed, nobody judged. They just talked with me.
Because real communication is not about being perfect, it's about being understood.
Exactly. Okay, so we have 3 reasons. No speaking practice, translation trap, fear of mistakes. Now, John, how do we fix this?
Now we fix it. 3 steps.
Okay, everyone, this is the part you came for. John, walk us through step 1.
Step 1. Train your mouth. every single day.
Train your mouth? What does that mean exactly?
It means speak English out loud every day, even when you are completely alone.
Even alone? Like talking to yourself?
Especially alone. No pressure, no judgment, just you and your voice. Every morning, say 5 sentences about your day.
5 sentences? That doesn't sound like much.
That's the point. It's small. It's easy to start. Here's an example. You wake up on a Monday morning. You say, "Today is Monday. I'm drinking coffee. It's a little cold outside. I have a meeting at 10. I feel tired, but okay."
That's so simple. Anyone can do that.
Anyone can, but most people don't. And here's the key. You must say it out loud, not in your head, with your actual voice.
Because the mouth needs exercise.
The mouth is like a muscle. Don't use it, it stays stiff. Use it every day, it gets flexible and fast.
Okay, I love this. Listeners, your micro action for step 1. Think of 3 things you did this morning. Say them out loud in English, right now. Pause this podcast if you need to. Go ahead.
Good. Let's move to step 2.
Step 2. John, what is it?
Step 2, stop translating. Start thinking in chunks.
Okay, wait. What is a chunk?
A chunk is a small group of words that naturally go together. You learn them as one unit, not word by word.
Can you give some examples?
Sure. I want to. Can you help me? I'm not sure, but that's a great idea. Let me think about that.
Oh, these are phrases I use all the time without thinking.
Exactly, because you learn them as chunks. You didn't translate them. You just use them automatically.
So learners should memorize these chunks.
Not memorize. Absorb. Hear them. Repeat them. Use them. Over time, they become automatic.
So instead of building a sentence from scratch every time, you just connect your chunks together.
Exactly, like building blocks. Someone asks, "Do you want to join us for lunch?" You don't translate, you just reach for your chunk. "I'd love to." Or, "Sorry, I can't today."
Fast, natural, no translation needed.
And the more chunks you know, the faster and more natural your speaking becomes.
Okay, listeners, your micro action for step 2. Learn 3 new chunks today. Write them down, say each one out loud 3 times, then use each one in a sentence.
3 chunks. That's all you need today.
Okay, step 3. John?
Step 3, make friends with your mistakes.
Make friends with mistakes? That sounds uncomfortable.
I know, but hear me out. Native English speakers make mistakes too. They say the wrong word, they forget names mid-sentence, they use the wrong tense sometimes, and nobody makes a big deal about it.
Because in real conversation, people focus on the message, not the grammar.
Right. Let me give a simple example. You want to say, "Yesterday I went to the supermarket," but you say, "Yesterday I go to the supermarket."
Okay, that's a grammar mistake. Wrong tense.
Yes, but did the other person understand you?
100%.
Did the conversation stop?
No.
Did anything bad happen?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened.
So the mistake did not matter. The message got through. That is successful communication.
I always think of it this way. A mistake is just proof that you tried, and trying is how you improve.
Perfectly said.
Okay, listeners, your micro action for step 3. Today, say one thing in English to a friend, to yourself, to your mirror, even if it's wrong, especially if it feels a little scary. Just say it.
All right, now it's time to practice together.
This is my absolute favorite part of every episode.
We're going to say some sentences. Your job, say them out loud after us. Use your real voice. Don't just read in your head.
Ready? Here we go.
Repeat after me. My name is. Now add your name.
My name is. Now add your name.
I live in. Now say your city.
I live in. Now say your city.
I am learning English.
I am learning English.
I want to speak better every day.
I want to speak better every day.
I practice a little bit every day.
I practice a little bit every day.
Good. Now some everyday expressions. These are sentences you can use in real conversations starting today. Repeat each one.
Can you say that again, please?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
What does that word mean?
Give me a moment to think.
I'm not sure, but I think...
John, I love these sentences because they are so useful, especially give me a moment to think.
Yes, that sentence alone can save you in so many conversations. It buys you time, it sounds natural, and even fluent speakers use it.
So using it doesn't make you sound weak, it makes you sound thoughtful.
Exactly right.
Okay, now we ask you some questions. Answer out loud, not in writing, with your voice.
Question 1. What is your favorite food?
Question 1. What is your favorite food? Say your answer now.
Question 2. What did you do last weekend? Go ahead, answer now.
Question 3. This one is our favorite. Why are you learning English? Take your time. Say it out loud.
If you answered those questions, even one of them, you just did real English speaking practice.
And that is exactly what we want you to do every single day.
John, before we finish, can I say something to our listeners?
Please do.
I want you to hear this. Learning a second language is genuinely hard. Not a little hard, really hard. The fact that you understand English, that is already a massive achievement. Most people in the world cannot do that.
And now you are working on speaking. That takes courage, real courage.
So I want you to change one thing today. Stop chasing perfect English. Start practicing brave English.
Brave English means you speak even when you're nervous. You speak even when the grammar isn't right. You speak even when you forget a word.
Because brave English gets better every single day.
And perfect English that stays locked inside your head
Helps nobody.
Say this out loud right now. I am learning. I am improving. I will not stop.
Say it again and really mean it.
Okay, we have a challenge for you today.
Go to the comments below this video. Write one sentence in English. Just one.
It can be something like, my name is Anna, and I am learning English because I want to travel the world.
Or tell us one thing I want to say in English but feel too afraid to say.
Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about spelling. Just write something real.
Every comment you write in English is speaking practice in written form, and it makes you braver each time.
We read every single comment.
Every one, and we respond.
So scroll down right now and write something. We are waiting for you.
Okay, quick recap before we go.
You understand English but can't speak because you practiced receiving it, not producing it.
You get stuck in the translation trap, so start thinking in chunks instead of translating word by word.
You fear mistakes, so make friends with them. They are how you grow.
And the 3 steps: train your mouth every single day. Think in chunks, speak, even when it feels imperfect.
If today's episode helped you, please give it a like. It helps other learners just like you find this channel.
And subscribe to Speak English Easily for a new lesson every week. We make every episode for one person.
You.
Now close this video.
And go speak some English.
Even 5 sentences.
You can do this.
We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.